Lorcana's Whispers in the Well is almost a month old and has been a blast to play. So many new legendaries are having an impact, and the purple dominance is shifting. There was one huge negative I've had with the set so far: the print quality. So many cards that I and others have opened from the set have had roller lines, bent corners, huge dents on the sides, and in one case I opened there is a mark on the edge of every single foil. There are even wildly miscut cards as well, like these shown off by Lorcana Rob on Instagram. So what's the cause of an error like this? And maybe it's just localized to the Midwest or one distributor, so we notice it more acutely around St. Louis? Obviously, the quick answer is poor quality control. Anyone taking a quick peek after the cards were cut would have seen a stack like this with a run through the whole stack. To me, this is product that should have been destroyed and reprinted. I'm not aware of the actual agreements between any card company and their printers, but there must be some level of damage that automatically triggers a replacement print. The true limiting factor for the print run is ultimately time and not cost. Actually, printing the cards is probably the lowest cost portion of the process. So now that I have these piles of cards with busted edges, I was at a loss of how to arrange them for my collection. The primary cards with damage were the foils, rares, and super rares, the cards I had the least amount of. In my disappointment, I remember that Ravensburger does have a replacement policy for cards that are damaged, specifically rares and above, so I'd be out of luck on my stack of foils. I checked out the policy and decided I'd make a submission and see what kind of replacement was available. The first step in the process, though, actually making the submission was difficult. Within the policy, there appears to be a link to the submission form, but it's not really a link. It probably was in the original form of this document, but it didn't carry over to this version they have publicly available. I did eventually find on their website under the contact section a place to submit a request about damaged product. At the time, I could only select Fabled product, but the site does appear to support a direct submission for Whispers product now. Their response time was pretty good. I sent in my request in the middle of the night on November 10th and heard back the morning of November 12th. I got some details on how to prepare my photos for submission and show them what the damage was. Initially, I sent in these bulk photos. I wanted to talk to them about how I do have individual rares and super rares that are damaged, but the reality as a collector is that a whole case of cards was near useless to me as they were all disappointing. The next response from Ravensburger was the most disappointing, not because they told me no, but because of their reasoning. The cards are within variants, they said, and could be played sleeve, so they weren't eligible for replacement. I was pretty disappointed, but really just miffed that being playable in a sleeve is an allowable amount of damage like this. However, to me, almost all of these cards could easily be felt inside of the sleeve, and if I intended to cheat with them, I would obviously know to feel the edge of each sleeve to hunt for the card. Their response did at least give me the opportunity to request we continue to debate on how damaged my cards were. I asked to keep going, and then got no response for a week. After I followed up again, they requested individual pictures, and unfortunately I had given up mostly at this point and sleeved up all my cards and put them away into my collection. I only had the one stack of dented super rares left out to send photos of. After another few days, the last response was that I would receive two additional boosters from Whispers because of my damaged super rares. I understand their policy, and that was all I had shown to be damaged, despite having hundreds of cards that were not prepared properly. I'm torn on continuing my conversation with the support staff. I know they can't do anything else for me, but I don't feel like I've gotten anything that helps my hurt feelings over knowing my collection for the set is marred straight out of the packs. I don't even know really what Ravensburger could do. Maybe a large announcement that Whisper's product was poor and they'll hold to higher quality standards in the future? Either way, it feels like par for the course for this company, and even if they made an announcement like that, why would we believe them? So no more drama today. I'm going to actually open up the two packs they sent along and see if it was all worth it. All right, here's our two packs. Let's see if maybe Ravensburger sent us something nice, and we'll get a good. I don't know. I don't think anything's going to make me happy about a whole case worth of stuff being awful, but we'll see. Maybe double enchanted would be nice, but I don't think that's going to happen. What do we even got here? A daisy, and a Demona pack. Let's see what we can get out of these. Daisy pack first. Triple Cinderella packs, maybe. We can go that way. Here's Li Shang, Raksha, the Horn King, So Be It, Nick Wilde, Bella Duck, Mushu's Rocket, Recovered Page, Olaf, Goofy, Judy Hopps, a foil Sudden Scare. A foil playable. That's better than nothing. All right, let's go into this Demona pack now. Our only chance for satisfaction. Ooh, don't have anywhere to put the trash. All right, Elsa, Li Shang, Brooklyn, the Headless Horseman, Raja, Vladimir, Beast, Recovered Page, Zeus, Spooky Sight, Potion of Malice, a foil Potion of Malice. Actually, let's take a look, see if any of these are damaged too. I think these both look okay on the side. These look pretty good too. One thing I didn't say already was that the Ravensburger did ask of me what the pack print numbers were. So what these, if I can pick up a pack with my hands, can my hands work? This number down here. So the number for the print one, and then where they were printed. So these were all printed in North America. So they did at least collect that information and maybe go back and see if there was something consistent that went wrong there. But I don't know if overall, like, we'll really see anything come out of this because it was so many cards that were damaged, and it's been a long. I also didn't mention yet that their policy only extends for 6 months. So if you buy a Whispers product more than 6 months from now, and it's from that same print run that was all jacked up, they're not going to do anything about it for you. So hopefully they know where all that stuff went and they can go pull it off shelves and stuff like that, so it doesn't just keep getting sold. You know, the best comparison I can think of is either, I think it was Inkland's Troves, where, or maybe just Inklings in general, but definitely in the Troves, where packs just didn't have rares in them, or they were missing cards, and they eventually, you know, let people send in pictures of that print number that was on the back of the Trove or on the packs that were inside the Trove and get replacements for them. So I don't think they were going to do that for a whole case for me, but that would have been awesome to say, like, oh, we know this entire print run was damaged with this number on it, so this is what we're doing to help people out afterwards. So let me know what you think in the comments. If this was enough from Ravensburger, obviously it's all they're contractually obligated to do with whatever purchase agreement there is between me and them buying packs off the shelves. So I'm not, you know, mad at them for that. But obviously, I wasn't too happy about getting a whole bunch of damaged cards. So let me know what you think. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Take care.